Hey guys, welcome to Mike's Anime Reviews. I am Mike the Noob, and today we are talking about a 2000 anime called Comic Party. It is 13 episodes long with 4 special episodes. Um, so this anime starts out. One day, Kazuki and his friend Mizuki get called by their friend Taishi to come to a place. They don't know where, but they have an address. And when they get there, they find out it's a comic book convention, mostly for fan comics. And Taishi is a big, super comic book fan, especially for fan made comics. And basically, Taishi's plan is to get Kazuki to basically draw fan comics because he thinks his art is like amazing and stuff. Um, so they go to this comic book convention, and basically Kazuki starts to learn about fan made comics and people who make them. He meets this very nice girl who is she's popular in the fan comic community, and she's very helpful and stuff. And so he gets all these like resource materials from the comic book convention, and Mizuki, she basically doesn't know really anything about comics, and she's like, "Oh, I don't get this stuff. Like, why are you doing this?" And he basically gets inspired to make fan made comics, and you see him go through the process of learning how to make fan made comics and stuff. It's pretty interesting. It's sort of harem-esque, but sort of not. The show is. It's based on a visual novel game where you can like date the different girls and stuff. Because eventually, like, the only one who really has feelings for him is Mizuki, so it's not really like a harem show. The other one just like him as friends, basically. It's a fun show. Like, he learns quite a bit about comics. He even makes his first fan comic, and basically he sells a couple issues at the next comic book convention, and he gets inspired to do more. And like later on, he does it again, but he does things a little bit differently, and he fails at his second comic book that he makes. People don't really care for it. Like, at some points he starts to like doubt himself whether or not he wants to continue doing this as a career and stuff. And he has a rival as well. His rival is very, as most rivals are, like, don't really care for Kazuki and stuff. He even gets a part-time job to support his hobby right now, or pseudo career, of being a fan comic artist and creator. He starts working at cosplay cafes, or maid cafes, basically. He learns about that. He learns about the process of printing his comic books and like what it takes to actually put one out and how much it costs. It basically follows a year in the life of him trying to make comics and all his basically difficult times and not so difficult times, of making comic books. I recommend this show. It's actually pretty good. The animation's average, but it's still good. Like, the voice acting is pretty good in both Japanese and English. So yeah, I highly recommend Comic Party. Check it out if you're interested. It's a little show, not too long. It's funny. It's a pretty interesting look into basically how comic books, or doujinshi, are created. Check it out. You might like it. This is the old set from Right Stuff or Nozomi Entertainment. It recently got license rescued by Discotech, and you can get it in a 2-disc set. It's a pretty nice little set for fairly cheap, around $25 to $30 usually. Check it out if you're interested. Talk to me. Have you seen Comic Party? There is a sequel to it. We'll get to the sequel later. called Comic Party Revolution. I haven't actually watched that one yet, but I recommend this show. It's a fun little comic book show. Like, it's different than most shows. Um, just check it out. I mean, that's all you can really do. Yeah. Um, if you like Comic Party or want to check out a different anime that's not shonen or like action oriented, like check this out. You know, the animation is not bad. It's average. The story is pretty good. The music, it's about average, Like none of the characters are like ever off model. But yeah, I highly recommend checking out Comic Party. Um, Give it a shot. If you're interested, like, subscribe, let's comment, talk to me, If you've seen it, check it out. Um, Let me know what you want me to review next. Peace out. This has been Mike from Mike's Anime Reviews. See you later.